Today, I'm going to be ranking the best and the worst pedestrian signal lights from across the globe. What? And you're probably asking, why do I care about this? It's not a bad question, let's be real. But no, it all started when I visited Berlin this past October. I found out about this little guy, Ampelmännchen, and his fame among Berliners and Germans alike. This little dude has a monopoly over the streetlight industry. I say this because he has his own merch store. 5 actually, just in Berlin. He even has one in Japan. And this is hardly a merch store. This is like an entire collection made in the likeness of this icon. Like, look at this. Bathrobes, rubber duckies, puzzles, there's snow globes, and food. Like honey and chocolate. We even have pasta shaped like this man. And woman sometimes. This icon was created by Karl Peglau, and he was in East Berlin at the time. Well, an entrepreneur by the name of Marcus Heckenhausen came along and started to merchandise this icon. He even got some flack from the creator of the logo himself, but he ended up joining Heckhausen's cause. When they say this man was an entrepreneur, they weren't joking. This man literally took this to the next level. Just the sheer amount of industries you have to dip your toes in to apply this logo in that many different forms is insane. So this is the store that I went to, and inside they have a poster that I took a photo of, a very bad photo, but I took a photo of this because I knew I wanted to do something with it eventually, and that's why we're making this video. And make sure to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to design a few of my own. So let's get started with this tier list. We kind of have to make a baseline for where these all fall based on S tier to F tier. I mean, it's obvious that Ampelmännchen gets an S tier because if you look at all the rest of these, this is the most unique you'll see. So that's going to be our criteria. Uniqueness, design, and vibe. We're going to vibe check these. So who's going to get the F tier? I might end up offending a lot of people in this video. So F tier is Poland. And the reason why, number one, it's just so baseline. It's so baseline. It looks like cutout pieces of construction paper just slapped onto a paper and not even straight. That doesn't matter, that's not straight. And the reason why is because I know Poland can do so much better. Check out this website. Poland is all about design. This is insane. This is a website. Like, it even changes direction whenever you scroll. Like, this is so much. But you're telling me this is the best they got for street signs? This is what you're telling me? I don't believe it. This is going to give us a nice baseline for the rest of the countries for ranking everything else that's on this list. So we're going to kind of group these together based on category. That way I can kind of rank them with likeness. And so first up, we got some round boys. So Austrians is first up, and they've included bikes on their street signals, which is one of the most German-speaking country things you can do. And I mean, honestly, if your country looked like that too, I think you'd be biking everywhere as well. Besides that, it is kind of baseline. I don't see anything wrong with this, and so I think this is gonna be our first C tier. It's 2 people on a bike. That's it. C tier. Moving on. So our next round boy is Japan. And I mean, these circle ones overall just look kind of old school, and I don't like the style necessarily, I'm not gonna lie. But the fact it looks like a businessman and Japan has this whole work-life balance problem, I'm gonna dock some points for that. I think it's F tier. That feels right. Moving on. Mongolia. So I would make a Genghis Khan joke right now, but I don't know if that would go over well. It's average. He's just, I think this might be an F too. I do like the way he's standing on the stop one. Just like, it just looks kind of awkward.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
He gets a C, whatever. And that concludes our circle boys. And now we're moving on to our next category, which is realistic. So to start our list, we have Belgium. This is where we're going to get into the territory of what is this area known for and how could you lean into that, kind of have fun with it. So what is Belgium known for? Waffles, obviously. And did you know there are 10 different types of Belgian waffles? So honestly, this could have been a waffle. It could have been 2 waffles. It could have been 2 waffles walking. And it could be flat waffles whenever they're stopped. Waffle up, waffle down. Stack up waffles. You know? So this is better than down here. It's obviously better than those 2. They tried to do something. I'm gonna give it a B for trying. Like mid-tier, you're smack in the middle, you're trying, and like you're just showing up. But are you thriving? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Next up, we have Odin's Denmark, which is designed after Hans Christian Andersen, which is designed like an older man with a cane. So he's known for writing some pretty famous fairy tales. Some of these being The Little Mermaid, Ugly Duckling, and The Princess and the Pea. And he was born in Odense. And apparently a lot of the locals say they kind of went overboard with the marketing for this guy in that town because he was so famous. So a little mixed bag there. This is what it looks like IRL, which I like it. I mean, what else is the town gonna have? Just like baseline? We're actually gonna put this, I think it's A tier. Like you tried. You have history behind it, so it's unique. It's got a design, and vibe-wise, I think it's a good vibe. I think it's fine. I think that's an A. Next up, Denmark has another specialty one, which is Fredericia, Denmark. And it is modeled after the Battle of Fredericia. So the Battle of Fredericia happened in 1849. It was a surprise attack, and it's a Danish victory. So they modeled their lights after it. I mean, it's unique, but honestly, Danish gets it, and that's why they're going in A tier. Next, we have the Netherlands, which is this girl right here. It's just a girl. A realistic looking girl going about her business. She could have been taller though, let's be real. I think Netherlands is known for being tall as shit. I'm pretty sure they have the tallest height in the world. Yeah, World Population Review. Average height in the world, which is 1.8 meters. What is that? What is that? Why are you converting this to miles? What? Okay, this is wrong. 1.8. 5'9". What? You're joking me. That's how tall they are? Am I wrong on this? 6 foot. That's it? I thought they were taller. Oh, never mind then. I'm taller than the average height of the Netherlands. I'm still gonna say that she could have been taller. And with that, we're gonna put her in B tier. Last out of the realistic bunch is Mallorca. I need to pronounce this.
Majorca.
Mallorca. That. Mallorca, Spain is the next one. They are right here. They included the road, which is cool, different. But the one that's walking looks like kind of Night Stalker vibes. Kind of not vibing with that. I don't think of this hat when I think of Spain. Maybe for this specific region, maybe, but I know that this region is actually really pretty. Like, this place is beautiful. I mean, I tried. But did they try? I think when you try and you miss, you go down. Does that make sense? You try and you miss, you get C, then you get better when you try again. That's it. It goes C. We're done. You included the road, but now I'm just confused. Next, we have the biggest category. I mean, no, literally, like, big. Brani. Kunfed. These logos could knock the lights out of the other lights. Do you get me? Did you get that one? Okay, no? Alright, starting us out strong is Greece. And going with the adage of Greek God, I get it. Like, that's pretty alright. That's not bad. If you were going for that, that's what they were going for, but I don't know if it was. I think they could have pushed it even further in that direction. Like, what if they added abs? What if they added, like, some more defining features? You know what I mean? So maybe have some in some bodybuilder poses. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Think about that. That would have been kind of cool. And another thing that's bothering me about this one is that it doesn't translate between the stop and the go signal. For some reason, there's lines in the stop signal, but there's not in the go signal. So I mean, at that point, you didn't even try. C tier. Boo. Get out of here, Greece. Come back to me when you look like this, okay? Next up is Italy. And goddamn, my mans does not skip trap day. Look at these things. God damn. And the other one is just a literal block of a man. There's no defining features. You can barely see where his arms and his torso meet. This man is a hunk of meat. Mr. Meat Boy. And I mean, this is what your average Italian man looks like, okay? So, I mean, what are we talking about here? You don't have to be a big chunk of man, alright? You're fine just the way you are. This is beautiful, okay? So, I think this is just kind of baseline again. I think this gets C. It's just kind of just whatever, man. And Italy is actually one of the ones that I decided to redesign, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video for that. Next up, Colombia. And goddamn, is this man strong? He is a beefy boy, but only in the front view. And I think this is another example where you could have done something cool, but you decided against it. Colombia is known for their coffee beans. Literally, Colombian coffee beans. You probably have Colombian coffee beans in your house right now. I mean, why not play with that? Why not do a coffee bean in the place where most coffee beans are exported? So Colombia, you get a C tier. Alright. Last up on our strong list, our big category, is West Germany. And he's strong. The reason why I added West Germany to this list too is because he almost looks average, but you can tell that this man from time to time fights his demons in the gym. You can tell. he is kind of basic as well. And the style doesn't translate between, just like this other one here with the line. So I'm also gonna put him in C tier, average. And that leads us on the next category of lights, ones that have a lower pixel density than the Sega Genesis. And to start us out real strong, we have Guadalupe. It's literally one line away from being everyone else's stick figure. That's it. Imagine turning in your assignment and being like, yeah, I'm done. They didn't even try. And they were like, yeah, stick figure. It's fine. But like, F for fine. Yeah, that's fine. Moving on. Next up is Spain. So Spain has two. So this is the usual Spanish pedestrian light versus Mojoca, the more widely known dude. First thing I noticed is this man's got some feet. Some clown looking feet. Like me. But that doesn't get him bonus points. No, I am upset with this one. I don't know why, but I really don't like this one. Spain, you could have done soccer, or you could have done running with the bulls if you were in Pamplona. I think it's F tier. Vibe check, off. No, don't like it. Moving on. Taiwan. Same exact design as Spain in terms of the stop. So you get points docked for that already from the beginning. I mean, honestly, no. It gets an F. Taiwan, you get an F. I'm sorry. You broke his leg. He's got literally broken legs. Thailand. All right. Thailand. This is bleh. I'm not vibing with these pixel density ones. I'm not gonna lie. Just could have done elephants, I guess. So next up on our list is the Netherlands. So they actually have two. The first one was the girl, if you remember, and this is the other version. I'm indifferent. This one doesn't make me as mad as the other ones for some reason, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier. All right, it should count its blessings. That's in C tier. It's still not tall enough. It's barely hanging on in C tier right now. So we are on the last pixel one now, and that is Canada. And an interesting fact is that America and Canada don't follow the red and green color scheme like all the other ones do. There is no standing there menacing one. We use stop. I do like this one though. So this one and the American one right here, they look similar. See the difference in the walk? Americans, we're kind of hunched. We're kind of just hunching. Look at this strut on this Canadian right now. He's living his best life. I'm going to put him in B tier for that fact alone. I like the strut one. You almost lose points because of the hand though. Like you're close to C. Okay, Canada, you're close to C, and that's because you could have done a maple leaf. You could have combined a maple leaf in your hand. We could have done something cool here. Okay, you're gonna B though. The strut makes up for that. Okay, next time. You could have been A. So we'll get back to the US in this last category, which is right now, the basic. And to start us off real vanilla, we got the European Union. The most baseline there is. I get it. It's a standard. It represents a ton of different countries. Like, I mean, I get it. But that doesn't save you from being boring. So you're average. You go in C tier. All right, you go in C tier. The walking one kind of looks like a pair of scissors, but whatever. Next, we have China. I would have ranked this one higher if it had like a sensor bar. You know what I mean? Or if like, you know, maybe it could have been. No, but F tier for now. Okay. Moving on, we got Monaco, and this is as vanilla as it gets, and man has no arms. I mean, it looks different. Both of these look different, okay? They didn't take the standard, and I appreciate that. And the walking one looks like it's got a cape on. Just because you're a little bit different, do you deserve B? Do you? Monaco's known for being like really rich, so I feel like they definitely could have played off that front money somehow. But it's different than the other ones, and I'm vibe checking it, and it's fine. It gets a B. Actually, no. I changed my mind. You know what? No, you don't get it. You could have tried a lot more. You could have definitely put some more effort into this side of things, okay? Because I saw what's coming up next. In Paris, I like very much. Paris is nice. This one's vibe is perfect to me. He's got his hands in his pockets. He's just strident. The vibe matches Paris, and with that, I'm going to put him in B. And he's just a shy little guy. He could have been smoking. Would have had a dock points for that. B tier. Moving on. Next up, Indonesia. It's like they took the walking guy and he just looks like he's tilted 15 degrees. He looks like those videos where, you know, where someone's like constantly just falling forever. Like this is that. Why is he sideways? Do I dock it or do I give it plus? I have conflicted feelings about this. I don't think it was on purpose. I mean, okay, I'll give it an F. Am I being too harsh? Indonesia? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being kind of harsh. Okay, we're just gonna do an F. It's fine. That leads us to the last one on the list. We're at America, boys. We are in the USA. And like I said earlier, we break the norm. We put the hand, say no to the standing figure for some reason. We don't want that. We want the what? I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's because I grew up with it or if it's because it's familiar, but it's a good design. It's like uniform, like the design is good, but we've seen already that a lot of these simple ones can be screwed up just by proportions. And I think proportionally design-wise, it's fine, but it doesn't really scream America. So it's like you get a baseline, but you're not like pushing the envelope. And this is all of America, so I understand that this has to be a baseline for a bunch of the states, which have a bunch of different types of culture. So you go with the European Union for that exact same reason. C2. And that is my list. What do you think? If you also want to rank these, I have made this public on tiermaker.com. And just look up unique pedestrian lights across the globe and you should be able to find this as well. And you can rank these how you see fit. But that is not the end of this video. We're done with the tier list and now we're on to the designs that I created for 3 unique places. Let's get into it. And first up, we've got the United States. I might offend a lot of people here, but that's why we're starting with the US. I can also make fun of where I'm from. And starting us out, we have the block symbol for the US, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Huge shout out to Pocket Mouse, which this concept is literally based on. So this is the artist that created this image right here, and yes, obviously, I had to take away the gun, but influences are still there. So that's go in America. So speedy, the speed lines, flag. I think this conveys very well. I think most people will understand this. Can you imagine actually coming to America and like this is the sign? Like what's going on? And then we have for stop, we have this. I think this could go for almost any country nowadays, but I decided to just do America with this one. Yeah, obviously when people are waiting for red lights, we're gonna be on our smartphone. I wanted to make sure the neck was as cocked down as possible. You know what I mean? Really hone in that shrimp. So that concludes the US. That's how those turned out. So next up, I did Sicily, Italy, which if you don't know, is the birthplace of spaghetti. So I made a spaghetti man, because you know, like spaghetti, like that's where it was invented or originated from. You get it? And the stop sign is took inspiration from North America. I did a hand sign, and I mean obviously I did the hand sign. I'm gonna make a lot of enemies this video, I think. But if you don't like the hand sign, if you don't agree with this and this is too controversial, okay? I made a secondary. It's a bowl of spaghetti because it's not walking. You know what I mean? Like it's not walking, so it's stagnant. It's like stop. It's a bowl of spaghetti. I don't think people would get confused at all. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, moving on. And for the last one, I decided to do Transylvania, Romania, which I'm not gonna lie, I found out was a real place last year in like May. But I mean, like, this is go. Yeah. Kind of cool. All right, kind of cool. You kind of got to. This is stop. I mean, you get it, right? They would like this, right? And my work here is done. And that's the end of the video. Let me know your favorites in the comments below if you have one. It's okay if you don't. And also, if your city had custom pedestrian signal lights, what would they look like? What would they be? Have fun with it. Be creative. That's what we need, you know? We just need to be more creative. We just need to try more. You know what I mean? If you like this video and you want to see more like it, just hit that subscribe button and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.